Hey everybody, what's going on? It is James here with Crypto Quick Start. I wanted to shoot another video for today. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, so I've got to talk a little bit lower than normal, but I wanted to share the strategy with everybody. This is a strategy that I've used very successfully, and I think it might help some people out there. So, being in the United States, my options for shorting Bitcoin were pretty limited, and so I had to think of other ways that I can kind of go about shorting it. And here's how I do that, right? So when Bitcoin is taking a run up, when it's, it doesn't have to be a huge run of thousands and thousands of dollars. Sometimes it's $1,000 or $1,500 or some, 5 or 10%. If the altcoins are staying flat, or if the altcoins seem to be dropping a little bit, then there's going to be a gap that opens up. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Let's say that we have an altcoin called, I don't know, let's call it Rainbow Coin. Okay, let's say that Rainbow Coin is worth 100 Satoshis. If it's worth 100 Satoshis when Bitcoin is 16 grand and Bitcoin goes to 17 grand, then its Satoshi value is going to go down. It's going to be worth less Satoshis because of that, right? So what I like to do is I like to sneak in there and I like to buy those alts when the Satoshi value is down in anticipation of Bitcoin going back to its quote-unquote normal price, or going back to whatever it was before that run-up. And what happens when Bitcoin's price starts to go back down, the Satoshi value of that alt, in theory, will go back up, even if the alt itself never changes its US dollar value, right? Maybe it's worth $1 the entire time, So I did that earlier, and I just want to give you guys some examples of how that worked out. I actually bought 4 or 5 coins. I think I bought 5 of them, and that was about 4 hours ago. And so far, 2 of them have already sold. The first one that I did it with was Pay. I bought it at $12,399, sold it at $13,638. Was going for a 10% gain, right there, 9.99%. And you can see the Bitcoin value when I bought it was 17,800. Bitcoin value when I sold it was 17,260. So it had pulled back, and that had pushed the Satoshi value up. Then I did it with Burst. I wanted to do 10% on Burst, so I bought it at 88 Satoshis. I put in a sell order for 96, and Bittrex does this weird thing sometimes where it sells it for 1 Satoshi less than you said, and in this case that was a big deal. So instead of making 10%, I only made 7.95%, which was pretty annoying because that's a lot. It's a big difference in percentages. But again, Bitcoin was $17,410 when I bought it, $17,156 when I sold it. So it wasn't so much about Burst going up in US dollar value or Pay going up in US dollar value. It was just me betting that Bitcoin would calm down a little bit and that the Satoshi value would increase. And that's exactly what happened. So in a roundabout sort of way, it's kind of like shorting Bitcoin, because you're betting on the fact that Bitcoin is going to chill out. And it works over and over again, and these gains add up really fast. If you bet an entire Bitcoin, and I say bet because this is a little bit less about technical analysis and more about kind of gambling, but if you put in 1 Bitcoin and you made a 9.99% return, you just got yourself a tenth, basically right at a tenth of a Bitcoin, right? That's a big freaking deal. So this is what I do. I don't always, buy a bunch of them, but tonight the opportunity looked really good. So like I said, I bought 4 or 5 of them, and I don't go crazy with it. I normally put in like $500. Like on Pay, I put in like right around $500. And on Burst, I was a little less sure about Burst, so I think I put in like $250. So again, I didn't do an entire Bitcoin, and I'm not saying anybody should or shouldn't. Just saying that I like to sneak in there and have a little bit of fun during those dips. The rest of my portfolio, of course, was taking a hit because I have a lot of altcoins. So that's kind of one way to make myself feel better. So hopefully somebody watching the video gets a lot of value out of that. I'm happy to share it with you. If you like this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you're not already a member of the Facebook group, there will be a link in the description to the Crypto Quick Start Facebook group. There's over 2,500 cryptocurrency enthusiasts in there. And of course, as always, please do your own due diligence before investing. I am not a financial advisor. I am not an investment advisor. I am some guy sitting in a spare bedroom. You should always seek advice from a professional investment advisor before making any type of investment in cryptocurrency or any other type of investment. This is James. Hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next one.